So in this video, we will take a look at the mean value theorem. The mean value theorem and a couple of its applications. What is it exactly and how can we apply it in calculus? Okay, so here is the theorem. So the theorem says that if f is a continuous function on a certain interval ab and f is differentiable, so it has a derivative, is differentiable the open interval ab, then there exists a number c, there exists c in the interval ab with the following properties, such that f dash at c, so the derivative of the function at c, is equal to the following number, f of b minus f of a over b minus a. So that is the mean value theorem. In terms of the geometric interpretation of mean value theorem, consider a function y equal f of x, which is graphed here in red, and the endpoints are a f of a and this point here b f of b. Basically what the theorem says is that there is a point c between a and b where the tangent line is parallel to the line which goes through these two endpoints, because the slope of this line is f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a. And the slope of the tangent line, which is in blue here, is f dash of c. Now, the mean value theorem says that this number and this number are the same, therefore these two lines are parallel. Okay, we will now consider two examples where we will find the number c. So example number one, find the number c on the interval zero to satisfying the conclusion of the mean value theorem for the following function. For the function f of x equal to x cubed minus x, like this. So the solution to this is, of course, to consider the function f on the interval, on the closed interval 0, 2. Of course, we have f is continuous, there's no problem, it's a polynomial on the interval 0, 2. And f is also differentiable, it has a derivative at any point inside the interval, so it's differentiable on the interval 0, 2. Therefore, I can apply the mean value theorem to this function. So f of x is x cubed minus x, therefore its derivative is 3x squared minus 1. A is 0, b is equal to 2. So we are looking for a number c which satisfies this equation, f of b minus f of a over b minus a. So in this particular case, f of 2 minus f of 0 divided by 2 minus 0. Now f of 2, we can calculate it, it's easy. It will be 6, f of 0 is equal to 0, and therefore we substitute all of this. So f dash of c will come from here, so it will be 3c squared minus 1. F of 2 is 6, f of 0 is 0, divided by 2 minus 0. So this equation becomes 3c squared minus 1 is equal to 3, which means that 3c squared is 4. So c squared is 4 over 3, which gives us hence two possible solutions. C1 equal to 2 over square root of 3, or C2 equal to minus 2 over square root of 3. But this one is to be rejected because it's not in the interval 0, 2. So in the end, this is the solution. Example 2. So in a similar way, we're going to consider this time a function g of x, which is given by 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. And we will consider it on the interval minus 1, 2. It's continuous, of course. G is continuous and differentiable all over R. So in particular on the interval and differentiable on the whole of real numbers. It's a polynomial, so we have no problem there. So we are sure there exists a C in the interval minus 1, 2, such that G dash at C is going to be G of 2 minus G of minus 1 over 2 minus 1. So in this particular case, G of 2 is equal to 3. We can calculate it easily. G of minus 1 is equal to 6. Of course, G dash, the derivative of the function, is 4x minus 3, and therefore G dash at C will be 4c minus 3. So we bring all of this here, hence 4c minus 3 will be equal to G of 2, which is 3, minus G of minus 1, which is 6, over 2 minus 1, which is 3. So we get the equation 4c minus 3 equal to minus 1, which will give us 4c equal to 2, and therefore c is equal to half. So we'll finish this section by looking at a couple of functions. So we will find the values of c which satisfy the conclusion of the mean value theorem for the following two functions. F of x is x cubed plus x squared on the interval minus 2 to 1, and a second function g of x, which is 2x squared minus 3x on the interval 1, 3. The answers to this, I will give you the answers. just for you to check your work. So the answer to A, you will find actually two values of C for that function, which in decimal form are 0.55 and also another value which is minus 1.22. For the function g, there is only one single value, which is c equal to 2.